obviously the fallout happened. I believe 10,000 copies were pressed. Is that right?
No, I thought it was 50.
50,000. Okay. So 50.
That's what I remember.
10 to 50,000
Yeah.
albums were pressed. The album was re-released, and they removed as much of your input as possible. Your impressions on that?
But they didn't really remove my input.
Okay.
They removed my face off the cover. They removed my voice, but Madness still rapped my lyrics. The only thing that was removed was taking my name out and Mike Jewish's name out. That's it. I mean, it was mine.
They took its house off the album.
Its house show was taken off though. That was taken off completely. Oh, it's because it was on mine.
So how did you feel about that?
You know what? Everything was such a bad situation that I just wasn't happy about anything anymore with them, you know. And but before all that happened, as far as 2BMF is concerned, I know you're going to get into that in a little bit, but I actually came up with the name 2BMF while we were with Cheetah Records. This is right when we were leaving because Tom said, "Look, this is what we got to do. We want to make you and Mike Jewish another group, so this way you don't have to work with Mike." And again, I don't know if Mike didn't want to work with us or if Tom was making this up. I don't know, you know. So anyways, Tom said, he says, "Look, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to be like a white version of Two Live Crew." So I came up with a song called "Let's Make Some Noise," and it was a dirty rap, and that's how I made that song. We started to record it, but we never finished it.
So you went back home and actually started 2BMF. What was the process like to set up independently without all this behind you?
My God, we recorded in online studios. I don't know if I did Make Some Noise there, but that definitely did We Could Get Together there first. I wasn't really happy the way that it came out, so not too long after we re-recorded it again, but I met somebody which became my manager. Actually, I did a show in that same club, Futura, and we performed Make Some Noise off of a cassette tape, right off a cassette tape, because that's what we had back then. So after that show, I met this guy named Ned, and he asked if he could manage us. So we did. We signed a contract with him, and we went that route, and he managed us. So that's how. So he was the one to actually release "We Can Get Together," which we recorded in Hollywood Sync.
This leads to you were working with La Lanza.
Yes.
How did that come about?
That's another good question because I don't remember 100%. Somehow I met Jock.
You tell him, Joe.
Do you know? Do you know better? Because I don't know.
Through Jock.
No, I know through Jock, but I don't remember how I met Jock. But I think must have been a show we had together.
It was at a show. We've established that it was a show, and then we hit it off, you, me, and Mike. And I just started working with Lon. So I was like, you guys come up, and you guys were in another transition with labels. And I was like, we got the Cut It Up Death thing going on, and then you guys decided to roll with Lon with the Ace Records.
Right, because you and Lon wanted to do a remix of We Could Get Together.
Yes, exactly.
And then we did Dogging Ya, and then I believe it was Jock, me, Lon, Mike Jewish, and I think Cooley C was there for Flea Bitten Bass. I think it's in the credits, I'm pretty sure.
So you became auxiliary or a satellite to Cut It Up Death Records, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
There's footage out there of you performing with Jock D. You want to comment on that?
Cop Aid? Yeah, actually, I didn't know We Could Get Together was doing so well. I had no idea, but they asked us to perform at a show called Hialeah Cop Aid. It was a benefit for cops. So anyways, Jock, we were hanging out a lot, me and Jock and Mike Jewish and all, and we got to this point where we had 3 SP1200s on stage, and Jock was running it in the background. So I was like, man, you got to come out and do It's Party Time, and I'll do the 2BMF show, and you come out for that part, and you'll run the show in the background with the 3 drum machines, which was pretty amazing. I mean, we do that in the studio, but I've never seen that done like live on stage. So it was like a disc in each one, and they all had to sync together. It was a lot going on. So Mike Jewish was DJing in the background, and I came out rapping. And we came out. We did an intro. We came out. We did Dogging Ya, and then we did We Could Get Together. And there was like 8,000 people there, and I had no clue that song was doing well until I heard everybody singing the song along with us. I was like, wow. That's amazing.
When did it go? When did 2BMF go from Mike Jewish to Lace?
Um, when? Well, Push in the Bush was the track that I did. Push in the Bush and Witness of Strength. I did that with Lace first. What happened there was Mike was a good friend. Mike was a good DJ, but we were running into some issues to where he seemed to be talking a lot and getting on people's nerves, and I didn't want that for myself. And I wanted to get ahead, and I didn't want anybody to hate us or dislike us for whatever reason. So I had to let him go. I just didn't want that for the group. We remained friends. At first, he was like, unhappy with that, but we were cool after that.